Okay, so I'm looking at 6.4 homework, solving by square roots and factoring. And remember that we did not get to the square root property, so we're only doing questions 5 through 8. So let's start with question number 5. Now remember, if you look at 6, 7, and 8, they're not yet factored. But question 5 has actually done most of the work for us. So all we need to do is it's already been factored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my zero product property and set x plus 7 equal to 0 and x minus 3 equal to 0. And now I can solve. Subtract 7, x equals negative 7, add 3, and I get x equals positive 3. It's already been factored for us. Did all the hard work. Okay, question 6. X squared minus x minus 20. Okay, so let's zoom in here so we can see what's going on. Remember, if the lead coefficient is 1, which it is in this case, I need two numbers that multiply to c, which is negative 20, and add to negative 1, which is b. So two numbers that do that, when we go through some factors, 2 and 10, no, 1 and 20, nope. Let's see any other factors of 20. Well, 5 and 4, those are 1 unit apart, so they probably add to a negative 1. So my two numbers, if they have to add to negative 1, will be a negative 5 and a positive 4. Now the way I factor is I use those two numbers, and I write them in factored form. X minus 5, and then the other factor is x plus 4. You have to be specific with the negatives. A lot of you guys lost a half point on that quiz because you made a negative mistake. So now we can use our zero product property and set them both equal to 0 separately. Add 5 to both sides, add 5, we get x equals 5. And then subtract 4, we get x equals negative 4. Okay, question 7. You know, it looks a little different than question 6, so let's make it look exactly like 6. In question 6, if you want to look back there, we had it equal to 0, and the only way I can use my zero product property, which is right here, is if I have it equal to 0. So I need to do that. I need to move this 24 to the other side, so the first thing I'm going to do is add 24 to both sides. And because 24 is not a like term with x squared or 10x, we get x squared plus 10x plus 24 equals 0. And now it looks like question 6. So let's factor. Two numbers that multiply to positive 24, which is the c value, and add to positive 10, which is the b. Well, some factors of 24. 24 and 1, 2 and 12. Dang, that doesn't work because one has to be, they both have to be positive or they both have to be negative. So how about 6 and 4? Okay, so positive 6, positive 4 multiplies to 24 and adds to 10. There we go. So now I can write it in factored form. X plus 6, so my two numbers are 6 and 4. X plus 6, x plus 4 equals 0. And now we can use our zero product property, set them both equal to 0. X plus 6 equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0. Subtract 6, subtract 4, and I get x equals a negative 6, and x equals a negative 4. Okay, last one. Yep, if you notice, it's already in the form that we want. It's equal to 0. Got my a, my b, and my c in front of me. Lead coefficient is 1. So I need two numbers that multiply to 8 and add to 6. Factors of 8. 8 and 1, nope. 2 and 4, oh, both positive. That would give me multiply to 8, and 2 plus 4 gives me 6. So positive 4, positive 2. So let's factor. X, let me retry that again. Let me erase a little bit. X plus 4, x plus 2 equals 0. Now we can use our zero product property. X plus 4 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0. Subtract 4, x equals negative 4. And subtract 2, x equals negative 2. Okay, one thing if you want to do, you can always write them in coordinates. What I mean by that is if I say we're to plot this solution, the x value is negative 4. Let's say we're looking at question number 6. So I'm looking right here. My two solutions were x equals 4, or negative 4, and x equals positive 5. If I want to write those as coordinates, I can say 5, 0, and negative 4, 0. In question 8, that would be negative 4, 0, and negative 2, 0. Question 7, negative 6, 0, negative 4, 0. And then we go all the way back to question 5. That would be negative 7, 0, and positive 3, 0. Those are my x-intercepts. Okay, if you have any questions, please come in. Good luck, guys.